Welcome back, YouTube. It's your boy Marcus Harvey, aka M Harvey SK, and today you guys are finally gonna see how I do what I do. This is going to be a small tutorial slash DIY on how to strip and then repaint and restore, deep clean these bread foils from 2012. They're dusty, they got paint chipping right there. Paint is cracking all along the midsole. We're going to take care of all the big cracks right there on the inside left panel. But this is going to be a two-part video series type thing. I'm going to do another one for some custom Jordan 6s that I did. But in this first part, I'm going to show you how to tape the air unit. Oh, first let me get into what you're going to need. You're going to need a nail file, some 3M scotch tape. This tape is extra sticky, so we use it for the soles, and you can use it for the suede, but if you're going to, remember to take it off within the same day, because if you don't, it'll leave the residue on it. You're going to need a shoe cleaning brush. I got mine from Refreshed. And you're going to need one of these bottles with water and soap in it. It's a foamy dispenser, so when you squish it down, it dispenses foam. You're going to need an Xacto knife. I got this tight one from Fish Scars. I think that's how you say it. It's pretty cool. Goes right on your finger. Going to need yourself some paint brushes. I got these from AngelusDirect.com. Came in a little 6-pack. They're freaking amazing. And of course, you're going to need some paint. I got the flat black leather paint. Got, I believe this half a pint because I use it a lot, and I got the flat white as well. You're also going to need some Q-tips, of course. Fix any mistakes you make. And this right here is the special product that I'm going to be making available to you guys to help you strip your midsoles extra quick, extra easy. No more sitting there scrubbing acetone for days. Get it nice, quick, knock it out. And that's pretty much it. Oh, I forgot, you're going to need a scotch pad. You use this with the special stripper that I have. And of course, you always, whenever painting, you need a little cup of water and soap so you clean your brushes. Oh, most importantly, some headphones to listen to some music while you're working. Alright, like I said, this is a two-part series. In this first part, I'm going to show you how to tape off the air unit, air bubble, and how to tape up and strip your shoe. For the air unit, first you put it completely over the air unit. Push it down a little bit so that it hangs a little bit into the air unit, as you see here. Then with your Xacto knife, cut all along the edge. That way when you push it down to the air bubble, it should be flat and you should have pretty good coverage all around. You don't want to get any paint on the air bubble because that's always difficult to get out. Oh, another tool you're going to need is a pair of tweezers. Tweezers are very helpful. They help you scratch off some paint. In this case, it's helping me push the tape down onto the air bubble. And there you have it, you see it, got pretty good coverage on the air bubble. I missed a little spot, so I'm going to go back in and rip a little bit more tape, cut it right over the spot that you could see the air bubble on. And now going to fast forward. The whole video is going to be fast forward because this was a couple-hour project, but now I'm going to fast forward and cover up all the other air units with the tape. While that's happening, how you guys doing out there? Leave a comment down below to let me know if you guys have ever done any midsole restorations yourself, or if you would like to try it and need any other tips. Go ahead, ask some questions down below. Or if you have any questions on what I'm doing, I don't know if you saw it, but I used the back of the paintbrush to push the tape down that time, because when I use the tweezers sometimes the tape rips, but when I use the back of the paintbrush, which is usually rounded off and smooth, it pushes down very well. I'm hoping with this video series that you guys can learn how to do some of this stuff yourself. Not that I don't want to, because I always appreciate more money in my pocket, but I'm not a fan of fixing other people's mistakes. And lots of times that's the type of shoes that I get that were previously restored by someone else that wasn't quite sure on what to do. So hopefully this will help you guys out. As you see, when I peel the tape off, I peel them in long strips, and I rip the strips in half to give me twice as much coverage, so I don't run out of tape that fast. A roll of this size usually lasts me like 20-30 pairs of shoes, so it's pretty awesome. And as you're gonna see in this video right here, this prep video, that I'm gonna be taping the shoes twice. First time just to set it up so I could strip the midsoles down, and because after I strip the midsoles, I usually clean the whole shoe before I paint it, so I don't have to worry about I don't know, scratching the sole or anything, scratching the midsole or anything after I complete my job of restoring. But as you see, I start with the bottom sole of the shoe, and for this part I usually just use the flat side of the tape and have it flat against the soles, as you can see, right up to the white part of the midsole. Oh, and here's another thing, because I'm sticking my hand inside the shoe a lot, the shoe trees that came with the fours, they're in the way all the time, so I usually stuff all my shoes with newspapers. Another plus for that is the newspaper holds its form better than the shoe trees. The shoe trees are kind of squishy. As you can see, this one has a shoe tree in it, but the toe is not as stuffed. See, it's still got the wrinkles, but if you stuff your shoes, the wrinkles and creases will naturally come out over time. I stuff all of my shoes with newspaper. I never get to slip my shoes on because I always have a newspaper inside, but it's cool. Now I'm going to be doing the top part of the midsole, taping it, the part that has the suede. This is the part I say be careful with this tape, because if you leave this tape on too long, the sticky material or whatever on the back of the tape will start to stick to the suede. And that's a big no-no. It's really hard to clean out. For the bread fours, it's not as hard because you could get it out with some baby oil or something like that, which won't stain the black. It'll just be black. But if, say, I don't know, I've done some Tokyo fours, I've done some cool gray fours, that's not an option for those shoes because it will stain it. As you can see, I go all along the edge with the Xacto knife in this case, so I get a clean coverage all around the edge. And I Xacto knife after each piece of tape, so I know there's no gaps. Sometimes if you tape the whole shoe and then go back with the Xacto knife, you'll notice the gaps afterwards and you'll have to fill them in. But when I go like this, I know that there's no gaps after each cut. And if there is, you put another piece of tape over and cover it up. But there we go, that's a clean tape job. Now let me do this front pod and we'll get into stripping it with this new, I don't know, I'd like to call it a substance that I've put together that helps strip soles like crazy. You'll see near the end of the video, and I'll make another video just on that product, and if enough people are interested, maybe I'll start, I don't know, selling it to you guys. I don't know yet, but I would say it's not the safest thing. I would never want anybody to get it on their hand, because as you'll see, like you see my paintbrush started turning black already. It starts working damn near instantly. You pour a little bit on and boom, it's already, you can see that what was once a smooth black surface is bubbling up already. It literally like melts the paint off. You're gonna have to rub it off. That's why I told you get a scotch pad but besides that, it's pretty incredible. You can see it's pushing the paint around right now. But this is something I suggest you do near a sink and with gloves on, not like what I'm doing right now. Because as you see, it wrinkles up quickly. You don't want that get on your hand. It will burn. I've never got on my hand, but what it does to paint makes me scared to even make a mistake. But for this video, for you guys, I guess I was not as safe as I should be. Now this is how I normally do it. I do it inside of a giant Tupperware container, and as you see, it's just rubbed and it's peeling straight off like, I don't know, like an old fruit or something. Touch it with your thumb and your thumb sinks into the pulp. But yeah, we're coming up almost on the end of this first part video. I was trying to do all of this in one video. It's just this video is gonna be like 15, 16, 20 minutes already, and in real life this is a couple hours of my life. So it's hard to put together. I kind of just fast forwarded everything, so sorry for the bad editing and the bad lighting. The lighting started out good, but it took all day. And as you can see here, I stripped them down probably like 85–90%. Still got a lot left, but now I could just go in there with my nail or nail file and scratch it all off. Super easy. But I was trying to be extra safe for you guys this time. Acetone too. I didn't have any cotton balls this day, so normally I just put a cotton ball with some acetone and knock out the rest of the paint, but I didn't have one today. Well, this day, but I just scratched off. I'm taking the tape off because I accidentally got it too wet when I was stripping the midsole. Like, I washed off the substance with water, and I don't know, the tape got too wet, so I had to start over. But it was okay because I'm planning on cleaning the suede and cleaning the soles. I don't know if you've noticed, but the sole's pretty dirty. But I'm gonna clean them before the next, well, in between this and the next video. As you see here, I'm going back trying to get all the little pieces of paint with the nail file. But keep in mind, guys, this is part 1. Part 2 is going to be uploaded like literally right after this video, so if you watch this video, don't be too concerned. The next one's coming up right now. Now that the soles are prepped, I usually give it a whole day to dry from any acetone, any water, anything on the soles, so it'll be prepared for when I paint. Alright you guys, it was nice talking to you. I didn't know I could talk this long, but I'll be back for the next part. I'm talking into the outro now, that's crazy. Alright you guys, peace.